Hey everybody, how's it going? Just want to get on here really quick. Saw two things yesterday that are meant to be inspiring, but they have a sort of dark undertone to them, and I'd like to challenge those right now, which I love to do. The first one I saw was a quote that said, "Enjoy your life, you never know how much time you have left." Now, to the naked eye, that's true. We don't. And yes, you should enjoy your life. But one should have nothing to do with the other. One should have nothing to do with the other. Yes, it's true, you never know, and all this other stuff that we always get told and have seen evidence of, absolutely. Because what'll happen is, when I saw this, there's a lot of people commenting underneath saying, oh, yes, amen, absolutely. And then they would spew out these examples of people who unexpectedly passed or whatever, and very sad stuff. I'm like, this is a downer. It's supposed to be inspiring, but it's a downer. Again, I always equate it to someone holding you by the ankles upside down over a hotel balcony. Swimming pool is 10 stories down, and them saying, be happy, enjoy it, enjoy your life. Really? I mean, I never understood that. So that's number one. The brevity of life. Now, granted, even a long life is short compared to, the age of the planets, the stars, the universe. Yes, we're talking, even if it's 120 years, that's a blip on the radar. So yes, life is short in that regard. But don't use the brevity of life as a motivator. To me, it does just the opposite, because there's so many people out there with depression and anxiety. And people don't realize it comes from being too aware, to me, too aware of their mortality. People say, oh, you need to be reminded of your mortality and all this stuff. And yes, I understand what they're saying, but I think we've become too aware through social media, through entertainment, right? We are too aware. And that, the fear of not having enough time, the fear of, or the, as I've mentioned before, the time scarcity mindset, that's killing people. It's killing people. It's stressing them out, causing them to do unhealthy things, causing illness. Okay? There's a connection there, but as we so subconsciously think, oh, it's normal to feel this way. Do you realize, and I've said this before, we're the only creatures who are completely aware of our mortality. Animals aren't. Now, animals know that they can die, obviously, because they've seen, members of their group, pass. But they don't know, like we as humans know, that it is an absolute. So they just take it one day at a time. They enjoy. Now, I'm not saying to just graze in the grass all day and do nothing. But what I am saying is I think we become too aware of our mortality to the point where paralysis by analysis, which kind of goes with another thing I'm going to mention in a second that I didn't care too much for. But yeah, that's, yes. Can knowing your mortality be helpful to some degree? Sure. But it should be in spite of that, not because of it, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? I think at the end of the day, it causes more, we don't realize it, but it causes more subconscious anxiety than inspiration. That's just, that's my take on it. The second thing that I saw was something that was posted by someone who's in the motivational community. Very nice guy. I've talked to him a few times, and he's a cool dude, and he's big on, I'm not going to say who it is, but he's big on, like, improving your life, living your dream life, and, what you got to do to get it and all that. And he posted something that I just read. I didn't comment on, but it said, live the life you want before it's too late. You don't get a reward at the end for procrastinating. Again, live the life you want before it's too late. You don't get a reward at the end for procrastinating. Now, on the surface, that sounds good. I don't believe you should procrastinate. Okay, that's for sure. However, there's also a very fine line, because there's also a spiritual belief or mantra that says it's all, whether you could say in God's timing or the universe's timing or, fate's timing, it's all in that timing. Trust. Okay. So while I understand I know the main goal of that post was to remind people not to procrastinate. However, when you talk about it being too late, those two words, too late, can things get too late? Sure. Okay. However, here's the deal. First of all, let's break this down. Live the life you want before it's too late. Is it the life you want, or is it the life and I'm not knocking this dude. I'm just saying in general. Is this the life you want, or the life you've been told that you want? Oh, you should want this life. Because of media and other people and comparing yourself, keeping up with the Joneses. Is this the life you want, or is this the life somebody else wants? Number one. What someone else may see as procrastinating may just be you living your life. Number one. Number two. Here in the Western culture, we are so obsessed with living that life, with chasing that dream. And because of it, a lot of us, unfortunately, don't live long enough to see it because they have worked themselves to an early grave, pushing and pushing and stressing, pursuing that dream, going for it. And then they get their goal, they retire, and within 2 to 5 years, they drop dead. Not to get morbid, but let's face it. 2 to 5 years after they get what they want, or they finally have that day where they retire, they drop dead. Number one, because they don't know what to do with themselves. Number two, because they've stressed themselves so hard that something had to give. All in the name of chasing that dream that they may not have even really wanted. You know what I mean? So we have to be careful. It's a slippery slope. We have to really soul search and decide, what do we really want? And as far as time goes and time scarcity, time is not a thing. It's a man-made construct. Yes, there are clocks. Yes, there are calendars. All man-made. Of course, the revolution of the earth around the sun and the moon and all that, yes, those are universal timekeepers, but we decided as humans what they mean. So it's like we're giving the meaning. Plus, how many times have you felt time go faster than the clock said it would? Or, oh, that went fast. Oh, that went slow. All depending on what's been happening or what was happening at the time. Time flies when you're having fun. Oh, time's going so slow. This is proof that time is a malleable thing. It is a malleable thing. Okay? And the last thing I'm going to say on this, live the life you want and all this other stuff. I don't care how old you are. I don't care what the calendar says. I don't care what your birth certificate says. I don't care what the clock says. If something is truly, truly meant for you, it is never too late. Again, if something is absolutely, truly meant for you, it is never too late, no matter what anybody says. Because if it's truly meant for you, the universe will find a way. Or like they say, God's timing, there'll be a way. Too late won't even be in your vocabulary. So again, well-meaning concepts, well-meaning quotes, but to me, they do more harm than good. Have faith. All right, take care, guys.